Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. A heartfelt birthday tribute to Zooie Dennel is shared by Jonathan Scott. Jonathan Scott paid a heartfelt homage to his fiancée, Zooie Dennel, on her birthday. On January 17, 2025, the actress celebrated her 45th birthday. Check out his remarks on her special day. A birthday tribute to Zooie Dennel was posted by Jonathan Scott. On January 17, the Property Brothers actor celebrated Dennel's birthday by posting on Instagram. Life will sometimes put you to the test and attempt to shatter you. However, certain people give you strength, enthusiasm, and a sense of purpose. Scott captioned a picture of the duo grinning together, saying, "That person for me is you, Zooie Dennel. It seems like an odd time to celebrate anything," he said, "but you are my ray of hope and you are worthy of celebration. I cherish you. Happy birthday." Last year, Scott honored his fiancée on her birthday by posting a college-style video to Instagram. He wrote, "Happy birthday, Zooie Dennel," as the caption for the 2024 photo. "I have a feeling that this year will be the greatest one yet." Dennel shared a photo of her 2024 birthday celebration with Scott, complete with a glass of wine. "Thank you for all of the birthday wishes," this triple Capricorn wrote. "Oh, we've got some birthday surprises for you," said Scott. An update on their wedding plans was shared by Jonathan Scott. Although they became engaged in August 2023, Scott and Dennel have not yet decided on a wedding date. According to Scott, organizing a wedding hasn't exactly been in the cards because of their hectic schedules. The HGTD star remarked, "I can guarantee you we have done absolutely 0% more work," in an interview with People magazine in January 2025. "We just had a lot of things going on," he explained. "Maybe I'll make it my goal for the new year to work out this wedding." They intend to have a small wedding, he told People magazine in May 2024. "We are aware that being with our loved ones is what matters most to us," Scott remarked. Additionally, "We don't intend to have a wild, lavish wedding. It is going to be quite personal." In 2019, Scott and Dennel got to know one another while recording a carpool karaoke episode. Dennel mentioned Scott in an interview on The Drew Barrymore Show in 2022. Regarding him, she remarked, "I couldn't believe he was so nice. We've been together for more than 3 years, and he's still that nice," Dennel revealed at the time. "He likes to visit my parents' house and mend things. He's really kind." Will Jonathan Scott and Zooie Dennel host a show together on HGTV next? After dating for over 5 years, Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott are still together. Their relationship is still going strong after their engagement in 2023. Which raises the question of whether they would ever think about working together professionally. Since joining the network with his brother, Drew Scott, in 2011, Scott has been on a number of HGTD programs. It would be ideal for Scott and Dennel to collaborate on a series of their own, as many couples have shows on the network. Everything we know about a possible HGTV series starring the two can be found by scrolling down. Jonathan Scott and Zooie Dennel made a TV pitch. Despite the fact that there are currently no formal plans for a program featuring Scott and Dennel, the Property Brothers actor has undoubtedly considered it. Scott actually disclosed in 2021 that his twin brother actually thought of a way for him and the actress to collaborate on the movie. At the time, Scott told Entertainment Tonight, "Drew really came up with a good concept because Zooie is obsessed with real estate. On the show, Zooie searches the internet, and we locate random houses and renovate them. Naturally, some adjustment would be necessary because remodeling someone else's house might not always be favorably received." Scott, however, noted, "Will anyone refuse if Zooie Dennel simply approaches their door, knocks, and says, 'Hey, this guy will fix your house if you want it'?" Scott also stated in 2020 that Dennel is obsessed with design, adding, "Even when she's not looking to buy a house or renovate a house or anything like that, she's always creating Pinterest boards and sleuthing HGTV shows. This makes her seem like the ideal fit for HGTV. Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott's previous television partnership, the pair has previously collaborated. Dennel appeared as a guest on the Scott brothers show, Celebrity IOU, in December 2020. The show allows celebrities to express their deep gratitude for the individuals who've had a major impact on their lives by surprising a loved one with a home remodel. Dennel assisted in remodeling her closest friend Sarah's house during her episode. Although Scott commended her for her assistance from a design standpoint, the reality star acknowledged that she dislikes filthy work and loud construction noises when it comes to the actual construction. She even volunteered to help with some of the job personally. However, she overcame everything to do it because she wanted to support Sarah, so it was incredible. On the set of a television program, Jonathan Scott and Zooie Dennel met. In February 2020, Dennel and Scott co-starred on a carpool karaoke episode. Actually, they got to know one another in August 2019 while filming the piece. Their siblings, Emily and Drew Dennel, joined them on the show. Dennel and Jacob Pekenik were married at the moment, but they declared their separation in September 2019 after a few months of separation. The new girl actress was shown holding hands with Scott, revealing their romance for the first time after it was revealed that she intended to divorce Pekenik. View the cutest images of Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott together on her 45th birthday in 2019. The two got to know one another while filming a carpool karaoke episode. Since 2019, Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott have been together. In September of that year, the two hit it off right away when they met while recording an episode of Carpool Karaoke. They become official on Instagram by October 2019. While they were on vacation in Scotland in August 2023, the Property Brothers star proposed. Fans have been treated to numerous amusing insights into the couple's 5-year relationship. See Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott's most adorable pictures when the actress turns 45 on January 17, 2025. From romantic date nights to amusing Halloween costumes to lavish trips. Despite their slight tardiness, Zooie and Jonathan looked quite stylish in this May 2024 photo. She wrote, "I promise we're leaving right now," as the caption. "To have this person as my fiancé makes me the luckiest girl alive. Happy birthday to my one and only true dreamboat," the new girl actress posted on the occasion of her beau's birthday. "Jonathan, you are loved. It's been 4 years since I met this freaking dreamboat," the adorable couple said as they posed for a picture while out celebrating their 4th anniversary in 2023. "Every day my love for him grows. I will always be appreciative," Dennel wrote. The pair raises a glass to their fulfilling union. They included this photo in a carousel titled "Before, During, and After New York Fashion Week," indicating how exhausted they were by the event. The pair looked good during the Oscars afterparty hosted by Vanity Fair. While Zooie looked unearthly in an Iris Van Herpen gown, Scott wore a traditional tux. "I had a fantastic time at Walt Disney World until Chewie tried to move in with my girl," Scott remarked. Walt Disney World Disney Parks, beneath this amusing image of Zooie cuddling Chewbacca. "Weekends are better with you," Dennel wrote as the caption for this adorable picture. During a family vacation to Scotland, Scott proposed and put a ring on it after 4 years of dating. The new fiancé wrote, "Forever starts now," while flaunting her jewelry. It's obvious that affection is abundant here. This adorable, unposed picture shows the couple enjoying a kiss. While on vacation in Europe, the two appeared content and at ease as they took a photo in front of a vibrant garden. In 2023, Jonathan and Zooie went on a family Halloween outing with his twin brother Drew and his wife, Linda Fan. The actress from 500 Days of Summer was overjoyed when her boyfriend planted a kiss on her lips. While in Paris in the summer of 2023, the couple cruised the Seine River. "Amour de ma vie," Scott said. The joyful couple, dressed in vibrant outfits, seemed like they were from a fairy tale. While on vacation in the Wild West in 2022, the couple stopped in for a selfie. Who's to say that every couple's outfits have to match? Dennel played Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's Angie Katzenevas, while Scott played Wolverine. As they spent the holidays together in 2023, Scott wrote, "We did it. We Christmased." Jonathan Scott of HGTV and Zooie Dennel lead incredibly extravagant lives. While some celebrities have fame but no fortune, Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott are worth a combined $125 million. To be more precise, Dennel's net worth is estimated to be $25 million, while Jonathan's is approximately $100 million. As expected, the couple, who have been engaged since August 2023, make extensive use of their wealth between their extravagant vacations, real estate investments, and other high-end indulgences. While Scott hasn't demonstrated any exceptional runway knowledge, Dennel has never shied away from spending money on fashion. Before we analyze some of her purchases, let's take a look at her thoughts on the activity. "I really enjoy shopping," she told Glamour, "because it's fun and cathartic, and it's something to do to connect with people and find treasures." She added, "Every day you get up, you get dressed, and you're creating something and showing the world who you are." Having said that, she doesn't choose clothes based on popularity. Rather, they must reflect her own particular style. "I like this color," or "this is the mood I'm in," she says. Naturally, one facet of Dennel's opulent existence with Scott is the abundance of stunning, and occasionally pricey, items in her closet. Zooie Dennel spends a lot of money on clothing. During her 2012 divorce from Ben Gibbard, court documents that TMZ was able to obtain exposed her monthly spending habits and how much she saved for necessities and non-necessities. At the time, Dennel set aside about $2,000 per month for clothing, which may not seem like much by Hollywood standards, but it is more than most people spend in a year. The New Girl star was said to have had just under $4 million in assets at the time, including her bank balance and real estate, so it's safe to assume that her clothing budget is much higher now. Given her line of work, her wardrobe purchases could easily be deducted as business expenses come tax time, but let's pretend. As for some of her favorite things to spend money on, Glamour reports that she prefers Comme des Garçons branded pleated skirts, which can cost up to $358 each, though their prices do vary. The same brand also sells a range of other clothing items, such as t-shirts, button-downs, and hoodies, that will never be under $100 and can frequently cost up to 4 times that starting point price, depending on the retailer. Jonathan and Zooie make investments in their area. Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott have already spent a few $1,000,000 on a home together, despite not having been married yet. In 2020, they spent almost $10 million on a stunning 6,300 square foot mansion in Los Angeles. And then they began making changes. "We spent a long time figuring out the best details to make each room special," the actor wrote in a blog post on Jonathan's website. One major project was the entryway, which received a major renovation. "We overhauled it because we want guests to come into a space that's beautiful, warm, and welcoming," Dennel said. "At first glance, you'd think this could all be original," she added, referring to the elements of the historic property, "and that's what we're going for." Nevertheless, they made a concerted effort to preserve the home's inherent beauty. Speaking to Today that same year, Scott was equally thrilled about customizing his costly acquisition to suit their needs, but his goals went well beyond making sure he and Dennel could enjoy it. "We basically designed this house so that..." Scott became very emotional about his relationship with his future bride-to-be, saying, "I waited my whole life to find Zooie, and I've now waited my whole life to have my dream home with someone like Zooie." Thankfully, the renovation process didn't strain their bond, he said, citing their similar tastes. "My hope is it will stay in the family forever. Our kids will take it over, and then their kids will take it over," Scott said during the interview. The price of Zooie Dennel's engagement ring was high. When choosing Zooie Dennel's engagement ring, Jonathan Scott was creative and chose a floral-themed piece rather than a traditional diamond, which matched Deshanel's desire for something unique. "I didn't want just a diamond ring," the star revealed in a joint People interview with her then-new fiancé. "There are just so many different beautiful gemstones. I mean, I adore diamonds, don't get me wrong," she added. "But it's fun to have something different. A diamond is too good to refuse. However, I enjoy bright colors and I adore pink and purple. What's even more special?" Scott recalled that she had preferred a certain rock more than a year prior to his proposal. However, if you think that Scott is willing to spend as much money on an engagement ring as most people spend on their first starter home, then a different estimate might pique your interest. According to page 6, the ring could have cost upwards of $250,000, which definitely seems more on par with Scott's means, just saying in. Regardless of your tax bracket, wearing a 5- or 6-figure ring is a flex. They also go on extravagant vacations. However, they also made sure to cross Paris off their bucket list. Of course, she also shared photo proof of their picturesque journey through Europe's most popular tourist traps, as well as a few lesser-traveled locations. Zooie Dennel and Jonathan Scott's engagement journey began with an extravagant European vacation. Dennel, who shared the romantic getaway on Instagram, said that Scott proposed while they were visiting Scotland, where his family is from. "Yeah, Drew and Linda just had this beautiful vacation, so we're thinking we'll follow their footsteps and have this nice vacation too," he said in an interview with CBS 8 in November 2022 regarding the holidays, adding that they were happy to be celebrating Christmas in the house they had recently purchased. "It's exciting, this will be the first Christmas of Zooie and I having it at our house, so we're going to host everybody," he added. "I will admit one of the reasons I bought the Chrysler 300 is because it looks very elegant and has that Bentley kind of feel, especially the new one," Jonathan Scott said in the interview, adding that he is not afraid to spend a little of his money on the car that he wants. According to the Globe and Mail, he paid $33,000 for a 2013 Chrysler 300 sedan, saving a little money by purchasing it in Las Vegas rather than Canada, where he is from. "It has that mobster look to it," he said. "Driving around in a car reminiscent of a gangster is cool if you live in Vegas. I have one that is completely loaded. In addition to being large, spacious, and practical, my ideal car must also be stylish." Since then, Scott has added a few more vehicles to his collection, including a 2018 Tesla Model X, which he claims is hands down the best vehicle I've ever had, according to his interview with Motor Trend. "The interesting thing is I've never experienced power like that in a vehicle before," he added, adding, "I'll be on the highway at full speed, and you have to be careful. If you just touch the accelerator, it will whip your neck back." In case you were wondering, the price of the Tesla Model X started at $84,000 in 2018. He also owns a Jaguar I-Pace, but he didn't pay for it because it was a benefit of a previous relationship with the brand. "Yes, that certainly seems opulent to us."